Hello, aloha, and welcome back to 90 in Ontario, our weekly recap series for everything League 1 Ontario. Week 1 is in the books, and what a weekend it was. This week saw over 45 goals scored on both ends. We saw blowouts, tight matches, penalties, you name it. We could not have asked for a more entertaining opening week, and we are itching to share the biggest moments with everyone. However, as excited as we are to get into the past week, our partners, the Canadian Premier League, have a special video they would like to share to you, the fans.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
As you just heard and watched, the Canadian Premier League have just kicked off their 7th season and are stronger than ever. For anyone new, the CPL is Canada's highest level of professional soccer, playing coast to coast from Victoria, BC, all the way to Halifax, Nova Scotia. Here at League 1, we aim to develop our young players and have them take the step from Pro-Am to the professional level, and this is where the Canadian Premier League offers opportunities to be seen nationally. Please be sure to check out the Canadian Premier League's website and all of their socials in the description below. Good luck on another successful season. If you are liking the content, please consider liking the video, subscribing, and turning on the bell notifications. Now, enough listening to myself talk. Let me send it over to our very own Dexter Abrams with the Matches of the Week highlight recap.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Dexter Abrams, and I'm bringing you the highlights from the Matches of the Week of the League1 Ontario Cup. There was no shortage of goals, with Michael Monsaka getting himself a brace in Oakville's 4-0 win over Railway City. And on the women's side of things, we saw Scorsese in their inaugural season hosting Pickering, where Pickering was able to get the better of them, show their dominance with a 4-0 win, and Serena McDonald opening her goal-scoring account with a hat-trick. From previous interviews with coaches, it seems that both teams will be using a combination of younger players and older players, while some of their other players are still away at university. Now let's check out some of the highlights from Oakville and Railway City.
Preto looking forward and behind. Cleared in front as out of his net, and wow, what a finish. 5 Oakville players stood outside the 18. Ball in. Cherkowski across goal. Maslejka there to put it away for his second of the first. Second opportunity, and came off possibly the side of the head of Adam Cherkowski. Loscano. Preto. Maslejka trying to turn. Preto into the bottom corner. Cool, calm, and collected finish. The 1-2 with Maslejka came back.
After such a dominating performance, Oakville City will be moving on in the League 1 Cup. Now let's take a look at the women's side. Scorsese hosting Pickering.
Well, those blocks, these
They won it high. And it's a finish! From Kennedy Price, that is. Well, that's a great ball from her, and then finished off yet again by Serena McDonald. Pickering are just relentless. All the Scorsese defenders there just seem to stand still. And that's 4.
What a way to open up League 1 Ontario Cup weekend, with Oakville and Pickering showing their dominance with 4-0 wins apiece. Next up, in the men's competition, Oakville will be playing against last year's champions, Vaughan Derby, which will surely be a thrilling match.
All right, thank you, Dexter. And what a way for both women's Pickering FC and men's Oakville SC to start their campaigns with such dominant wins and putting the league on notice. Could both teams make a deep cup run and contend to be league champs? We will have to find out. To recap the women's side, Tecumseh, Waterloo, and Guelph United all took home 1-0 wins against Hamilton, Cambridge, and Railway City, respectively. Rush won in convincing fashion, beating the Cyclones 5-0. Whitby comfortably got past Masters 3-0. Roma won a thrilling match 4-2 against Unionville, and Oakville beat the neighboring rivals Burlington by a tight score of 2-1. On the men's side, Cambridge gets a shocking 3-0 win over Alliance United. Whitby sees off Waterloo 2-1. FC London took full advantage of being at home, beating Hamilton 2-0, and the newly promoted St. Catharines Roma beat the Borough FC 4-1. We see the first penalties win of this year, with Windsor City and Guelph United playing to a 0-0 stalemate, with Windsor taking it 4-2 on penalties. Pickering went on the road and defeated a very strong Sigma side 3-2. Both York United Academy and Sudbury Cyclones' inaugural League 1 Ontario match saw them both go scoreless, going into penalties, with York United taking it 4-3, and finally Unionville Milliken defeated Rush Academy 2-0. Moving on from the matches, we really need to highlight the two performances of the week fueled by Gatorade, and what performances they were. Starting with the women's side, as Dexter mentioned, Serena McDonald of Pickering FC started her campaign with a first half hat trick, wreaking havoc against Grisopi's defense. And not to be outdone, Christian Ferraro of Cambridge United followed suit, getting his hattie against the historically strong Alliance United. These two have just set the tone and letting all the other players and strikers looking to compete for their respective scoring titles that there will be stiff competition. To check out League 1 Ontario's first team of the week and also the updated bracket for the League 1 Cup, please be sure to follow the league's Instagram page at League 1 Ontario. Congrats to all players and teams, and keep up the high quality play on the pitch. Now, before we get into the upcoming week previews, our weekly interview is a little different this time, as Carlisle Fizette sits down with Edgar Romero Jara to talk about the Johan Cruyff Institute's scholarship program.
Edgar, thanks so much for joining us today. I want to talk a little bit about, well, there's a whole project we're going to talk about, but maybe first off, the name Johan Cruyff obviously means something to football fans all over the world, but what is the Johan Cruyff Institute? Tell me about that first.
Yes, the Johan Cruyff Institute is a global academic institution that educates athletes, sport managers, and other professionals to become the next generation of leaders in sport management. So it was founded 25 years ago now, actually, by the legend Johan Cruyff, like the football legend. We are very proud now to say that we have more than 10,000 alumni from around the world and all over the world, and they have already experienced our online, on-site, and on-campus program.
Tell me about those alumni. What kind of careers do people pursue after they complete a program at the Institute?
Yeah, so graduates from the Johan Cruyff Institute pursue dynamic careers across the global sport industry from a multi-sport perspective, but also especially in football, involved in the football business, like in marketing and sponsorship, HR, and different management positions. Also in sport marketing and sponsorship agencies, okay? Our graduates work in organizations ranging from elite football clubs and international federations to grassroots initiatives and innovative sport tech startups.
Tell me about the scholarship program is obviously the main thing we're talking about here. So let's start with who can apply to get involved in this scholarship program?
That's a good question. I mean, these scholarships are aimed at individuals over the age of 18, 21, approximately, okay, according to the different programs that we're offering. Of any nationality and place of residence, okay? But they have to be directly involved in League 1.
What other qualities are you looking for then in an applicant?
It's about motivation. I mean, if you are involved in the sport industry, you already have some specific values that we are looking for in the Johan Cruyff Institute, like team effort, resilience, this passion for sports. And I think it's important to mention this, Carlisle, that the method of these programs are designed not only for people who are currently working in sport, but also for athletes. So we consider the time issues, also the flexibility that different professionals and athletes need to pursue those programs, right?
The last question I have for you, Edgar, is maybe more of a philosophical one, but why does the Johan Cruyff Institute do the partnership with leagues like League 1? What is the bigger goal here, and why is it important to grow the game with a grassroots league like League 1?
Basically, with this partnership with League 1 Canada, we are focusing in three main objectives, like promoting dual careers, which is very important. Is actually how Johan Cruyff was the Johan Cruyff motivation like 25 years ago. Okay, so to provide the possibility that many athletes can join the programs, so the time and the training shall not be an issue to join the different programs and to help them to planning their careers beyond the playing field, right? So these scholarships support a dual career path, enable them to help them to the transition into leadership roles within the sport industry. The mission and vision of Johan Cruyff Institute and League1 Canada are very aligned, and putting the education as a base for different stakeholders and entities, and also to provide opportunities for everyone who are in the sporting ecosystem, but also for people who want to get involved into the sporting system.
Edgar, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Caroline, and we're looking forward to receive many applicants, and of course we are very open to any kind of questions or doubts that you may have. So until the next one, thank you very much.
Thank you to both Carlisle and Edgar. If you are interested in learning more about the Cruyff Institute and the scholarship program, please check out their website below. Finally, we now look forward to this upcoming week's match of the week. And for the women's side, we send it over to your favorite broadcaster, Nicholas Fiore.
This week's Game of the Week feature is none else than the infamous Vaughan Derby. The Woodbridge Strikers Soccer Club against the Vaughan Azzurri Soccer Club in the League1 Ontario Women's Premier Division. One of the most exciting matchups and derbies we see maybe in Canada soccer combined. Here at this level in League1 Ontario, Woodbridge and Vaughan is something like really you've never seen before. From the men's side to the women's side, it's just so darn entertaining, and both teams want to conquer the city of Vaughan time in and time out, game in and game out. And this year is going to be something like I'm sure we've never seen before. Both teams have had a pretty decent season last year, with Woodbridge finishing in 4th place in the League1 Ontario Women's Premier Division with 30 points. Meanwhile, Vaughan really just under their town counterparts with 25 points in 5th place. It's the opening match, April 19th, this Saturday, 2 p.m. kickoff from North Maplefield, the home of the Vaughan Azzurri Soccer Club, in a big battle. Last time these two teams met was really the last game of the regular season last season, where the Woodbridge Strikers swept Vaughan last year, 4-2 victory on that game. Meanwhile, in the mid-season, it was 2-1 at the Grove in the Bridge for Woodbridge as well. So, Vaughan looking for some revenge. Let me tell you something, they're going to be doing it with a little bit different of personnel this season after losing Hope Winbank, Brianne Dessa, Brooklyn Mitchell, the former Vaughan captain, along with Chantel Williams to the championship side in Pickering Soccer Club. Meanwhile, for the Woodbridge Strikers, they have a few new players as well. They're going with 2 new permanent goalkeepers in Addison Green, along with Sabrina Spano, longtime cap leading 45 games played goalkeeper Vanessa Fiore, 2-time champion as well, not with the team no longer, along with Annika Toth, who is playing with Halifax in the Northern Super League now. So, 2 new keepers there for Woodbridge. They have the next gen coming up alongside new head coach Gabe Cremonese, who is really taking the reins after all of these years from head coach David Porco, who's no longer with this League1 Ontario Women's Premier Division side with Woodbridge. Meanwhile, it's Carmen Isako, who, yes, maybe have lost some females on the squad, but looking to rejuvenate his squad this season and looking for a top-of-the-league performance for Vaughan with some new blood as well with the Azzurri. So it's kind of a new-look team for both sides. Really, who's going to get the job done? I just don't think we know. We're going to find out who will get the one of 2 Vaughan Derbies this Saturday afternoon around 4 p.m.-ish when the opening match is completed. You know, when you start a new season, you want some firepower. And this is the firepower you want. Woodbridge versus Vaughan. You have Samantha Murphy on Woodbridge, where she just won the MVP and the Golden Boot for the Strikers, and that's a big caveat to have if you're the Strikers. Meanwhile, for the Azzurri, they're looking for revenge. They don't want to lose again in back-to-back seasons and get swept in back-to-back seasons, so they're looking for a hot start. Very simple, folks. Keep your eye out, as this is a big Game of the Week feature. Vaughan Azzurri, Woodbridge Strikers, live 2 p.m. Saturday, April 19th from North Maple in what will be a cracker of an opening match in this League 1 Ontario Women's Premier Division between Vaughan, Woodbridge, the Vaughan Derby. Don't you dare miss it. I'm Nicholas Fiore, broadcaster of League 1 Ontario. Let's have a good one. Let's start the season strong. Woodbridge, Vaughan, let's get it going. Until next time, ciao.
Now, who doesn't get you fired up for a game better than our own special one, Nicholas Fiore? Nick, thank you for that preview. We'll all be sure to tune in and watch a thrilling match. I'm not too sure how I can top that preview, but for our men's match of the week, it's perhaps the best League 1 Ontario has to offer. Yes, this Saturday, April 19th at 6 p.m., the 2023 League 1 champs, Simcoe County FC, will host the reigning champs, Scrisopie FC, at JC Massive Field. Now, not only have these two teams claimed the last two championships, but they are developing a very strong rivalry over the last couple of seasons. In 2023, Simcoe beat Scrisopie in the League 1 Ontario finals, but in the two league matches last season between the two League 1 giants, Scrisopie took care of business in quite convincing fashion, where they won at home 4-0, then went on the road to beat Simcoe 2-0. So it's fair to say that Scrisopie got their revenge and they're at the top. But as the saying goes, it's one thing to be champs and another to stay champs. Simcoe are the first in line to rain on their parade and let them know that they're not to be taken lightly, as they might think. Now, that is all we have for this week for 90 in Ontario. We hope you enjoyed the recap, the preview, and everything in between. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment for the upcoming games and past results. Subscribe for more awesome content. Turn on that bell notification. And we will see you pitch side next week. Ciao.